Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the McFarlane DC Multiverse Batman Returns Batman. This is Batman, played by Micheal Keaton from Batman Returns. I got this guy at Target today, so let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see at the top, 22 moving parts, McFarlane toys, age of 12+. DC Multiverse Batman Returns Batman. Deluxe Theatrical Edition. Here he is in the package. We have alternate hands, batarang, grapple launcher, collector's card, display stand. Batman Returns logo. Batman. Here's his barcode, if it helps. And at the back we have the bat, the cat, and the penguin. So with no further ado, let's open him up. Alright, now that we've got this figure out of the package, here he is with all the accessories laid out. We have a display stand, a collector's card, 2 alternate hands, totaling 4 interchangeable hands, grapple launcher, and batarang. Before dealing with all that, let's talk about and check out this figure. So this is Batman from Batman Returns. Micheal Keaton played him for the second installment before the franchise went in a different direction in Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. This is the first 6 or 7 inch scale Batman Returns Batman ever made. By any company at all. For the longest time, no one made any Micheal Keaton Batman figures. Then NECA made one, now Mezco, McFarlane, all those other guys. But no one makes the Batman Returns figure. Beast Kingdom made one, but that's sort of the 8 inch scale, so this is a pretty cool release. This is one step closer to having every single version of every single live action Batman in front of you. We just need the other Val Kilmer and George Clooney suits, and I think we will have every single live action look. That being said, let's take a closer look. And so far, I'm impressed by the silhouette around the neck. It seems like they listened to the complaints about the 89 Keaton and they made that look a lot smoother. And then the cape seems, I don't know, a little bit short, but maybe I'm wrong. So, start with his head. It looks like Keaton. The eyes, the chin, the mouth, good job. The cowl looks good. It's very similar to the first one, but ever so slightly different. The bat symbol, the more traditional one without the extra points. Like I said, it's a lot smoother. You can see where the head, sort of goes down to where the cowl is. Looks like the head and neck is one piece, and that's something that I wish they did with the previous Batman. So it looks way smoother, and it can only rotate around. Cannot look up and down, so they actually made the articulation less, which was something I actually wanted from the other one. As crazy as that sounds, they listened to both of my complaints, fixed the silhouette, and the range of motion, made it a lot more movie accurate. Then we have his torso here, the signature sort of ab armor that suit is known for. He's got the capsule utility belt, bronze color, double jointed elbows, double jointed knees, cloth soft goods cape with a bendy wire on the other side. You can pose it however you want. It's got the little sort of tattered bottom like a Batman cape should. Just seems a little bit short. Maybe I'm wrong. Probably fairly accurate to the film, but I feel like it could go down a little further. So far, it looks great. They definitely improved with the 89 one. They should re-release one like this from the 89 film. And a closer look at his face and head sculpt, and I think they nailed it. The mouth, the little lines, the cowl. I think it looks like Keaton pretty damn good for a mass retail figure. Very pleased. What do you guys think? If you don't see Keaton there, then I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm delusional, but I think it looks damn good. Good job, McFarlane. And then, here's the figure, broken down as far as he can go, with all of his removable parts detached. Now let's check out his accessories, starting off with the boring stuff. Here's his display stand, typical McFarlane display stand. You have the classic DC logo on there. And then we have his collector's card. As you can see, it's the movie poster, the bat, the cat, the penguin, Batman Returns, Deluxe Theatrical Edition. On the back, there's a description. If you want to read that, pause now. And for his hands, he has a total of 4 hands, 2 left hands and 2 right hands. Here he is with his first pair of hands. These are his fists. And then here, with his second pair of hands, these are a pair of gripping hands. The right one has a trigger finger. And now for the bat gadgets, grapple launcher and batarang. The hook is gold. Nice job painting it different. Sculpt's actually pretty good. And then we have the batarang. It's continuing with McFarlane's trend of making them accessories a little bit large and oversized. Still looks pretty cool. It does have the right shape of the Keaton style batarang. Would have been nice if it was a remote control batarang used that part of the film. Here he is, holding and getting ready to throw that batarang. And then here, getting ready to use his grapnel launcher. And now let's talk about his cape. He has a cloth soft goods cape with a bendy wire in it. I feel like it's a little bit short, but I didn't check out the movie to see exactly how long his cape was. Just my own personal preferences. Now it has a bendy wire on either side, nothing across the bottom. The cape can outstretch about that far, not too much. Should kind of allow him to achieve that sort of Keaton gliding pose. Now if you remember in Batman Returns, he had that weird sort of, I don't know, device in his cape that would turn into a big glider, which made no sense, but still kind of cool. So, you can have the cape posed up with the bendy wire, or whatever you want to do with it. I like having the cape floating in the wind. An easy way to do that, take it, just simply wrap it over your finger, back down over the next finger, and then back up again, and bam, you have his cape sort of floating in the wind. Take the other side, tuck it underneath, and there you have it. I could spend a little time making it look a little better, but you have a quick makeshift version of Batman with his cape flowing in the wind, and it doesn't look half bad. Now McFarlane made that Batman with the glider set from the New 52, and that always reminded me of the Batman Returns thing. I think it would actually be really cool if they made a Batman Returns sort of deluxe figure with a cape like this, so you can reenact that scene. But ever since I got this, I was wondering, how would a Batman Returns figure look with this on it? And wait no more, here he is wearing that glider, and I think it looks pretty damn cool. I would totally buy a Batman Returns version of this for that scene where he failed to save the Ice Princess. I like that a lot. Now to check out the reuse differences and similarities between the Batman Returns Batman and the 1989 Michael Keaton version. And they do share a few parts. Now I'm going to start off with the head. I'm so impressed with how they did the head here. You can see the silhouette was sort of broken. You can totally see the neck and the head are separate pieces, whereas in the film, the head and neck was one solid piece and he couldn't turn his head. They made this one far less articulation. The silhouette is a lot smoother, and I think both those things make him for a more accurate Batman Returns Batman. It would make this guy look like a better 89 Keaton Batman. Okay, different bat symbols. Now the torso is totally different. We have the armored look, and it's a different kind of armored look, but it looks more like a human body. His is more like a military type armor. Now the arms are the same, except the forearm armor piece here is different on both the guys, but the biceps the same. The belt and diaper piece are the same. The legs, all the way down to the feet and shoes, are also the same. So, same figure, different forearms, different stomach, different torso, different head, different cowl, different cape, different paint job. And I think it works. I think this figure is an improvement over this one. And if they were going to continue with movie waves, if they did 89 wave, I would love to see this guy revisited to be a little bit more like this guy. And I say that, but it's kind of like a be careful what you wish for kind of thing, because this head cannot look up and down. When I'm using the grapnel launcher, kind of have to have it straight across, unless you move the whole torso to sort of have it looking up, which, like I said, is accurate. Doesn't make for as good of an action figure, but it makes for more of an accurate figure, and I think I actually prefer it this way. Now that they've taken a pretty good look at both the figure and his accessories, let's check out his height. From bottom to the top of his head, standing about 7.1 inches tall, maybe 7.2, which can translate to about 18 centimeters. If you go to the top of the ears, about 7.4, 7.5 inches tall. And for his articulation. Now we've already gone over his head and neck in depth, but just to remind you, it rotates side to side, and that's really about it. Nothing else. And it's very stiff at that. Accurate for sure. If you want to look up, you're going to have to move the entire sort of torso, just like the film. Shoulders on a ball joint goes about 90 degrees. Up, down, around. He's got this butterfly ring between his shoulder and chest area, increasing the range of motion and covering the gap that would be there. Bicep cut. Double jointed elbows. His wrists can rotate and hinged. Ball joint in his torso. Rotate around, not too much. Forward and back. Another one is waist. Rotate around. Forward and back. Between the two, good range of motion. I'd say you get more out of the waist than the torso on him. Legs, complete as splits. McFarlane style hip joints. Rotation is minimal at best. Legs go forward, Out that far, not too much. Back, not at all. Double jointed knees. And his ankle. Forward and back. Rotate. Tilt, rock. And to articulation. Here's a look at Batman in the Batcave at the Batcomputer, doing research on Oswald Cobblepot. And then here's Batman in the Batcave in front of the Batmobile with Alfred offering him refreshments. Here's a look at Batman on a rooftop of Gotham City in a hero pose, cape fluttering in the wind. And a closer look at Keaton. They just nailed the likeness. Here's a look at Keaton when his cape turned to a glider, about to jump off the rooftop and escape from the GCPD. Here's Catwoman on top of Batman on a rooftop. Batman looks up at the mistletoe and says, "Mistletoe can be deadly if you eat it." And Catwoman replies, "And a kiss can be even deadlier if you mean it." Then we have Batman fighting one of Penguin's henchmen. Big, strong guy. He keeps saying, "Hit me! Hit me!" Batman just keeps hitting him to no effect, and then shoves a thing of dynamite at him and pushes him off the edge. Now let's check him out. Next to some other action figures, starting off with some other Michael Keaton figures. Here's the Michael Keaton Batman from Batman Returns, and the Michael Keaton Batman from the 1989 Batman film. McFarlane made 4 Michael Keaton Batman figures from the 1989 film. And here he is, next to a couple of Michael Keaton Batman figures from the Flash movie. Here he is, next to a custom Michael Keaton civilian attire. This was made with the older unmasked Flash Batman. Here are all the McFarlane DC Multiverse Michael Keaton figures. Michael motherfucking Keaton. Then, next to NECA's Michael Keaton Batman, which NECA made 3 varieties of: Tech Shield Batman, regular Batman, and Nintendo Entertainment System Batman. And now, with Mezco's Michael Keaton Batman. And here, with a couple of SH Figure Arts Michael Keaton Batman figures from 1989 and The Flash. Then, next to a custom Michael Keaton Batman. This is McFarlane style, utilizing the 3 Joker's body. And here he is, next to all of my NECA Michael Keaton Beetlejuice figures. Now I think the only Michael Keaton figures that are out that I don't have would be the Mezco Beetlejuice and a Hasbro Marvel Legends Vulture. Now let's check them out, next to some other Batman Returns figures. Here's the entire wave that I got at Target today. We have the Penguin, Batman, Catwoman, and Max Schreck. I still need to get the Penguin Commandos, the big giant vehicle Penguin's Rubber Ducky, and the exclusive Penguin in his underwear. And yes, that is a thing, it's a GameStop exclusive. What else could they actually make from Batman Returns? Well, it'd be cool if they somehow altered the Batmobile and made the Bat Missile, the Bat Ski Boat, Commissioner Gordon, although I don't think that's very likely. And I would totally get a Battle Damage Batman vs. Catwoman on a rooftop 2-pack. What else would you like to see them make? What else could they possibly make from Batman Returns? They've really covered all the basics right now, but I do think a Battle Damage Catwoman would be very nice. I would definitely buy some Circus Penguin Thugs or Henchmen. They could re-release Alfred as a single figure under the Batman Returns logo. If they really wanted to, they could easily make a whole other wave. And this wave is absolutely not complete until you add your Michael Go Alfred to the mix. And while we're thinking about it, a Bruce Wayne in civilian attire would be fantastic. And while we're looking at live action figures, here's this Batman next to the entire Batman Rogues gallery from the Burton and Schumacher franchise, at least that McFarlane has made. The only ones we're missing are going to be the Jack Nicholson Joker and then Batman and Robin's Bane. I can kind of accept that we're never going to get Jack Nicholson Joker, as his likeness rights are way too expensive for these mass market figures. But Batman and Robin Bane would be really nice to get. Here's this Batman Returns Michael Keaton Batman next to a Chris O'Donnell Robin. Imagine what possibly could have been. And here, next to Robin and Batgirl from Batman and Robin, here's a look at the Michael Keaton Batman next to the Ezra Miller Barry Allen Flash wearing the repurposed Batman Returns suit. Now let's check them out next to some other live action Batman figures. Here's the Batman Returns Michael Keaton Batman next to the Adam West Batman. Then, with all the Burton and Schumacher Batman figures, we have Michael Keaton again, Val Kilmer, and George Clooney. Now they've given us all the suits Michael Keaton has worn, but we still don't have the original Panther suit for Val Kilmer and the final Ice suit for George Clooney. Would love to get both those to round out the live action suit collection. And I could have sworn Panther suit Val Kilmer was on the lead list a long time ago. Hopefully it's still coming. And now, both suits for the Dark Knight trilogy, Batman Begins, and the other 2 Dark Knight films. Next, with all the suits Ben Affleck wore in Batman vs. Superman, the regular, Nightmare, and armored suits. Here he is, next to the tactical suit from Justice League. They still haven't made the regular suit version from Justice League. Then, with Robert Pattinson's Batman from The Batman. And finally, next to the Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton Batman suits from the Flash movie. Now McFarlane has given us every single Batman suit from live action, except for the first Val Kilmer suit from the first half of Batman Forever, the George Clooney suit from the end of Batman and Robin, and then Ben Affleck's regular Justice League suit. Hopefully they'll make all of them before the license is fully over. Now let's check them out, next to some other recently released McFarlane DC Multiverse figures. Here he is, next to the rest of the figures that I got at Target today. These are all part of the deluxe theatrical assortment, and we're all in the same case. Penguin, Catwoman, Batman, Max Schreck, and then the oddball out, Peacemaker. Here's this Batman. Next to some other recent figures that I got from Target, we have the Red Platinum Guardian, DC Classics Batgirl, DC Classics Scarecrow, Hush Riddler, and the Red Platinum Dark Flash. And here's this Batman, next to the McFarlane Toy Store exclusive Gold Label Mr. Bones and Obsidian, then with the Target exclusive Gold Label Sandman and Mr. Miracle, and now with some McFarlane paint variants, Patina Wonder Woman, San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Gold Hush Batman, Frostbite Crystal Dawn Robin, and the black and white accent Dark Knight Returns Superman. Here's this Batman, next to some recent McFarlane Collector's Edition figures, both the regular and Platinum Chase variants of Dark Archer, Dark Stars, Metron, Kite Man, Mirror Master, and Deathstroke. I'm desperate on the hunt for a pair of regular and Platinum versions of the Collector's Edition Beast Boy. If anyone has any information where I might be able to get one, can point me in the right direction, or can possibly help me out, please drop me a line in the comments below. It is much appreciated. And here he is, next to the previous Batman wave, Troika Batman, Kenner Homage Azrael, and Luke Fox Batwing. Then, next to the fourth digital wave, both the regular and Platinum Chase variants of the No Man's Land Batman, Monarch, Disco Nightwing, and Spoiler. And finally, with the green and yellow rainbow Batman figures. Now let's check him out, next to some action figures from different various companies, so we can see how he fits in both scale and style-wise, in case you will know which lines you can mix him with. Since he's a McFarlane toy, they are typically the 7-inch scale. I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of the large action figure lines I collect, and then work my way smaller, and I'm going to include as many Batman figures as I can during these comparisons. Here he is, next to several different McFarlane DC Multiverse Batman figures, and now with some Jack-specific wrestling figures and Batman Select toys. Here's Batman, next to a little cup of ice cream. And here he is, with some DC Direct and NECA Batman figures. Then, with both some Mattel and Jazzwares wrestling figures. And now, with some Mezco and Mattel Batman figures. Next, with some Mafex and Hasbro Marvel Legends. And finally, with some SH Figure Arts and Jazzwares Fortnite figures. So overall, it's a great Batman Returns Michael Keaton Batman figure. Here are my complaints. I don't know, I feel like the cape should be a little bit longer, but it's not a big deal. And then, as much as I praise them for changing the neck articulation and the silhouette, sometimes it's frustrating that he can't look up. But imagine how he actually felt, especially in '89. For some reason I thought maybe they adjusted a little bit for Returns. Either way, even though it's limiting, and it makes for maybe a worse action figure, it definitely makes for a better display piece and more accurate to the film. And it's something that I complained about and asked for them to change in the first one. And I'm not saying they listened to me specifically, but they actually changed the things that I complained about, so I think the figure turned out excellent. His likeness is great. The accessories could be a little better, more plentiful, or maybe not so oversized. His articulation is everything you'd expect from a modern McFarlane figure. The sculpt and paint job are excellent. If I were to rate this guy, man, I want to give him a 9. Probably land at 8.5. He's just damn good. And the truth is, the whole wave is a home run, but Batman is probably the worst of the 4 figures, and that is saying a lot about the other guys. They're so damn good. If I'm debating on this guy giving 8.5 or 9, and I'm saying he's the worst of the wave, my God, that is a home run for McFarlane. The likenesses are just so damn good. I'll go ahead and give Batman the 8.5, teetering on a 9. Hard decision. Cape could be a little better. Figure looks good, though. And this is the first 6 or 7 inch Batman Returns Batman ever. It's about damn time. So this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.